Ladies and gentlemen, you probably know me as someone who always make a lot of profit, but in this video something different happened. I wasn't able to raise an account as I always do. That's because sometimes the market is a little bit rigid to comply to your setups and your thinking, but however I was able to raise it to at least a reasonable amount, quite a significant amount after a lot of trials. So please kindly pay attention and witness the important aspects of raising a small account. So I'm going to try to raise this $5 account. So without wasting much of your time, let's jump right into it. So I'm going to start with Drift Switch Index 30. So this one allows me to put some positions with a small account because it supports small account and it is less volatile. So the first thing that we do is draw the trend lines. As you all see, this trend line marks a falling wedge. So this falling wedge is marked by that shadow zone where I've put the support line and then the resistance line. So it is in between those two lines. This is very important because you know where to stop and where the market will do retracements. But in between there were areas of confluence like that support that was created by the lower low that was created earlier on. However, inside that trend line there was also another trend that was respected. So I'm going to use it. This is the minute 30 where we look for confirmations. So confirmations are usually marked by candlestick patterns. So if you don't know how to trade using candlestick patterns, I'm going to do another video. So kindly pay attention and subscribe so that you don't miss out when I post information on candlestick patterns. So as you can see, I waited for some time to wait for the breakout. So there was a breakout and then there was that hammer that formed. So this confirms a trend continuation. So this trend continuation marks that after the retest there was a little bit of a fight with the BS trying to push the market down after the breakout is marked by that hammer, and then the market continued going up. So I've executed the market as you can see. Let's wait for it and see if we can get a lot. This is much with a $5 account. This is actually a lot. As you can see, the market continued going up. So in terms of take profit, let's just put it at the next area of confluence, that is the resistance at the top. And as you can see, the take profit is actually not quite a lot because this is drift switch. It is not that volatile. And then now we are in $2 profit. So our account is in $8. Let's close the market and see if we can collect. So as you can see, the market actually went very high, but I wasn't available, so I could have just stopped it there. And now as you can see, it retraced almost back to our position, to the break even. But however, I'm just going to close with that $2 and start from there because I cannot wait for it to go up again. Sometimes it cannot go up. Sometimes you just have to be content with one that you have collected. Now we're in $7. Let's see if we can get more profit. So as you can see, that one, it actually went back up. If I had been patient, it could have gone up again, but there was no guarantee that the market was going up. So now we are moving to jump 10. So this one was quite tricky because it resulted in a bad thing. But however, what's important is that you learn how to trade these things. So the first thing that we do is we draw the trend lines that is the support and the resistance, as I always say. So after drawing these, you make sure that you draw them accurately, touching the wicks, not the body. And then, as you can see, you are in 30 minutes time frame. So this isn't safe to trade, but then if we are trading a small account, it's not that harmful. So as you can see, there was a little bit of a breakout at that position. This means that the market is now doing a little bit of a retest, then it continues going up. So I'm not going to wait for the retest. I'm just going to execute the market in the buy. If the market retraces, I will just hold, because volatility jumped 10 isn't that volatile, so it can accommodate me to stay in the market and then collect profit. Another exciting thing that happened in my trading is that I was able to trade news. So I'm going to trade news whilst you're seeing, so that you know how to trade news, and kindly know that news are very risky, but then they are associated with a very high reward. So you might want to check them out, and also I'll be posting signals for those news whenever they happen. So I usually trade the CPI. So the CPI, as you can see, it is marking a forecast of a positive change, which means that the Canadian dollar is actually going to appreciate in the forex market. So now that we know that the prediction is actually favoring a buy, let's see if the technical analysis is going to match the fundamental analysis. So analyzing the news is actually called the fundamental analysis, and then this candlestick patterns and indicators and trend lines is known as the technical analysis. So you have to be good at both so that you can actually trade. So as you can see, I actually measured the TP because there was a breakout on that thing, but however the breakout is already done because the market reached the TP, and then now we are aiming for a buy. So the first thing that we do is we have actually identified that the market has finished the last trend whereby it reached that take profit, and then I'm going to use this account that has an equity of 458. This is actually different from the one that I was trading. So kindly forgive me on this issue, but however what's important is that you learn how to trade these. So as you can see, there was more like a Quasimodo again. This Quasimodo was quite tricky, but however it's favoring buy. So this actually means that we are in line with the fundamental analysis, because the fundamental analysis is very important, because even though the technical analysis might be pointing in one direction, as long as the fundamental analysis doesn't agree with that, I feel sorry for those who are using the technical analysis. But however, as you can see, I have executed the market. As you can see, we are 2 minutes away from the trade, because the trade is going to happen at 15:30. So right now it's actually 15:29. So we are seconds away from it. So I'm going to add more position because I like to go full margin on this one, even though it has a lot of risk. I'm just going to go full margin on this one. So let's go. So let me see if I can add more position. Unfortunately, the broker that I used doesn't allow me to put a lot of position, so this is actually a bad thing. But however, let me just utilize and see if I can maximize this one. Let's see if it is going to spike to my intended direction. So for a good broker, you can use Exness. The links are in the description box below, and Deriv isn't a bad broker. So as you can see right now, we are at $73 profit. This is actually good because I have predicted the market in the right direction. So this is CPI news. The consumer price index news spiked very high. This is the history of the trade. This was actually nice because it kind of seems like easy money. Well, not if you do it once. If it beats you once, you see that this isn't easy money. However, I'm sure you have collected a little bit of information about this consumer price index. Let's move on to our trend. So back then we were trading the jump 75. So let's go back there. So after losing out on that jump 75 previously, our account was actually blown, and then now I funded again with a $10 account. So let's see if I can raise this one. So the first thing that we do is draw the lines of resistance and support. So if you don't know the importance of support and resistance, I'm going to put a video in the description box below. Please follow that video and see how important the support and the resistance lines are, because they are one of the most important indicators or strategies that you can use in your day-to-day trading. So as you can see, I've identified a cup, or I've identified a double bottom that is marked by a confirmation candle that is the bullish engulfment in the 15-hour time frame. In the 15-minute time frame. So in the 15-minute time frame, there was a bullish engulfment. This signals that the bears are no longer in power and the bulls are actually starting to get powerful. So this simply means the market is just going to buy. We might not know when, but I'm very sure that the market is going to buy. So at this point, you can just buy the market and leave room for a bit of a retracement, and then you're good to go. So I wouldn't advise you to go for margin on this one, because we have to wait for the confirmation first. But then I have executed the market. Now we are already in $9. So considering we had a $10 account, $9 is actually enough. And then again, as you can see, the market spiked very high, but I was not available again up to that point where I've put that red line. I was not in the market, and the market retraced almost back to our position entry point, or the break-even point. This actually is frustrating because I could have collected that profit. Now as you can see, I'm just $14, $4 is profit, which is very bad, because I could have collected more than $60 on that trade. But however, I hope you don't make that mistake, and I wish you well. Let's move on to volatility 10. 1 second. So what I'm going to do in this volatility 10 1 second is I'm going to draw the lines that are marking the support, these two lines. The other one is marking the trailing support, and then the other one is marking the stagnant support, or just the horizontal support. And then I've put the resistance that is marked by that shadow zone, and then another resistance that is the trend line or the trailing resistance. So this signals a falling wedge or a pennant. So you know how to trade these. I'm pretty sure you know how these are traded. So when measuring the take profit, this is how you do it. You just measure the width of the trend and then put it on top of the breakout, and then you reach the take profit. So I would advise the first take profit because it's actually simple to attain, and also it's quite flexible. And then on the same account, on the same trade, I'm going to use another different account. As you can see, I have this $76 account again, so I'm going to use this one also, just the same trade, and see how much I can get from this one. And then as you can see, we are in $49 profit. This is more than 50% profit of the account. As you can see, the market is going up, so this market is actually bound to go very high. So it means that the longer we wait, the more profit we get. But however, I've used many accounts, so I'm just going to close this one and focus on the other, this one that is $14. So I'm just going to focus on this one. My aim is to reach at least $100. So in terms of take profit, this is how you do it. You just put it at the next area of confluence, and you're good to go. As you can see, the take profit is almost hit, and now we are in $124. This is a lot because the account wasn't big, so I might even close. And then after some time, as you can see, our TP was hit. That's why our account is now in $26, and I might even close. Let me close. And then now we are in $138 profit. I'm going to see if I can get this one up. So I'm going to trade the Euro Japanese yen again. So this is actually the second time I'm trading currencies in this video. So this might be very important for you, because a lot of you might request, can you trade as the currencies? And then I've done this favor for you. So let's continue. And the explanation on this one is actually the Quasimodo. This was the Quasimodo strategy. As you can see, as I always explain in my videos, the Quasimodo setup is kind of complicated, but with time you master it. This is what I usually teach in my Forex classes. So if you are not in my mentorship classes, consider joining, because you can gain valuable knowledge. So this is it. This is what I had. This account wasn't big, but at least I tried not to blow accounts many times before reaching a significant profit. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Please do not forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out when there's any important update. See you in the next video.